Could an excavator bucket stop a 50 cal sniper rifle? That's what we're gonna find out today. We're gonna shoot this massive excavator bucket that we got with higher and higher caliber bullets, all the way up to a 50 cal, and see what it can stop. My name's Parker, welcome to EE Life. Here we take anything and everything. We shoot it with guns and we see what happens. And yeah, today we got an excavator bucket. So we got this thing off Facebook Marketplace from, what was his name, Zach?
Eduardo or something?
Adorado. Adorado's excavator parts and plus. It's got good teeth. I can tell it's in good shape. It's been flossing. It's like a mid-size excavator, I think. You know, it's not the biggest, but it's not the smallest. It looks like it's made of cast iron almost, or is this just rusted metal, Zach? It's really hard metal. People will immediately know in the comments what it's made of.
It's got loose teeth.
Yeah, they are a little loose. Yeah, he hasn't been wearing his retainer. So I am imagining that we're gonna shoot here in the center. And then if things go through, maybe we will switch it up. Maybe we'll aim for some of the teeth. Maybe we'll aim for some of the thicker parts and just see exactly what it can stop. Fred will be behind it. He's over there. He needs a new shirt and new arms. Kind of a sleepy head this morning, but we'll get him set up. We'll put him behind the bucket and we'll see what it's made of. See what it's made of. Okay, we have Fred all set up back here. He is taking cover behind the excavator. Look at his stance right here. He's got his arms back this week. It's like he wants it. He's leaning into it, try to brace himself. All right, for our excavator today, we have a truck bed of firearms that we're gonna throw at it. We have our box of handguns as usual. Got the 9mm, 44 Magnum, Desert Eagle, and then we're gonna move up to rifles. We got our usual rifles. We have a new AR actually from our friends at Guns Plus in Georgetown, Texas. We have a SCAR 450 Bushmaster, the 12 gauge shotgun, and then we've got something really special. We have a mystery gun. Zach, blur out this gun. Make sure last time they could clearly see it. So just make sure you blur it out so that they have to, so you guys stick around and you'll see our mystery gun that we have in store for you later. Let's just say, get your soda pop ready.
It's a soda can blaster.
No, don't. All right, we are starting out with our 22. It's always the first thing when we shoot at stuff. All right, here we go. Here's a 22 against an excavator bucket. Nice little ring.
Where we at?
Right here. Yeah, just a little mark. Didn't really do much, bounce right off. Fred's fine. I was trying to see if we could find our bullet in here, but I don't see it because I would have thought that it would hit here, come down, and then land in here, but I don't see it. It's almost like a perfect little piece of range metal because our bullets are just gonna hit here. It's angled downwards. Bullets just come down and hit this piece of metal, and then hopefully they just collect in here. Let's move up. Okay, I think we're just gonna move up to our 9mm. We're gonna skip the 380. I think this thing's tough, Zach. So we're gonna move up to our Glock 19, shoot around of Full Metal Jacket, 9mm, see what it's made of. All right, here we go. We got a 9mm against an excavator bucket. There's quite a bit of like dust and dirt that came up. Did you see that? Here's where our 9mm hit. Also did nothing. A little bit of a bigger mark here. I don't see our bullet in here though. Regardless, 9mm didn't do anything. Nothing on the back. Whoa, wait. Maybe this is just because he's leaning on it. Yeah, Fred's just a little rusty. So this is a good sign, man. 9mm did literally nothing. So I think this thing's gonna be tough. Let's move up to, what do we think, 10mm?
Yeah, let's do 10mm.
10mm? Okay. All right, we're moving up to our Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 10mm. We're shooting around a Full Metal Jacket of this. Should pack a bigger punch than our 9mm. I was able to actually take down a bear in Alaska with this 10mm. Did I ever tell you that?
Yeah, you've mentioned that in just about every video.
Have I said that? I don't think I've said that at all.
You've repeatedly mentioned that.
Okay, well, you don't have to be rude about it. All right, this is a 10mm against an excavator bucket. All right, here's our 10mm, and I can see it did kind of cave in on our metal here a little bit, and then check this out. You can see all of these marks where that bullet just fragmented out, shot down, and it like scratched the metal all the way down, and then I see some pieces of it down here.
Yeah, here's a little piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Don't touch. All right, this thing is holding up really well so far. Let's move up to the 44 Magnum, see what that'll do to our excavator bucket. You know, I used to actually ride one of these puppies. Still got my license. I used to be an operator.
An excavator operator?
Yeah.
Get out!
What's that? I just like had a way with the dial. It's like.
Hey, dude. They're saying you're not allowed to be in there.
They're always messing around. That's just like an inside joke we have. Never took any pay. Moving up to our Ruger Red Hawk 44 Magnum revolver. All right, here we go. Here's our 44 Magnum. I think I hit the exact same spot.
No, I hit here, right? This is the 10 mil. All right, so here's our 44 Magnum. It definitely put more of a dent than the 10 mil. 10 mil was a little dent. 44 Magnum
Took out a decent chunk. Can kind of see where it's spraying toward the bottom. I actually don't see many fragments in there. No cracks or any visible penetration in the back. Thread's still fine. All right, we're moving up to our 12 gauge shotgun and we're gonna shoot a slug at it. Much bigger round here. I'll be interested to see what it does. Each time I shoot the 12 gauge slug, I do a behind the back trick shot, try to get it into the chamber. I've never gotten it before. Maybe today will be the day. Not today. All right, here we go. Here's the 12 gauge. Here's our mark from the slug. Small dent in it, but really didn't do a whole lot, man. I see definitely some more markings down here after we shot it with the slug. See if there's any crack in the back or anything. And there is nothing.
No, I think that this is from the slug.
Oh yeah, it like popped off the rust on the other side. Look at that. So there is a small black mark here on the other side, but still nothing came through. It's not cracked or anything. Fred's okay. What's next? Surprise gun? All right, moving up to our mystery gun, we have a cannon. That's the next gun that we're gonna be shooting. It shoots blanks and it launches cans. So check this out. I'm gonna load her up. So satisfying. Perfect bit. It's like gun ASMR. We're gonna be firing a round of Black Rifle Energy Freedom Punch. There's really no sights on this thing, so you just kind of got to guess. All right, you ready?
Yep. Made it in the bucket.
Made it in the bucket. All right, our can is split in half and made our bucket wet. So here's what's gonna happen next. I'm gonna go along and you're gonna shoot me a Dr. Pepper and I'm gonna try to catch it.
Catch it in your hands?
Yeah.
You want me to shoot the Dr. Pepper towards you?
Yes.
Does that seem, you think that's safe?
Just. All right, you ready?
Ready. 3, 2, 1. Got it.
One more round with the can. I got a Dr. Pepper in here. I'm gonna try to hit the deer feeder down there. Short.
You missed it, dude.
I've missed.
You missed.
I was missed it. Can you just edit it to make it look like I hit it? We're moving up to our Desert Eagle. We're moving to a round of Full Metal Jacket 50 Action Express. This was the winner of our pool challenge. It made it the furthest in the swimming pool in our last video. Let's see what it can do to an excavator bucket. Forgot those cans were in there. All right, here's our mark from the Desert Eagle. Dented it a little bit. That bullet just shattered down below and then just shot our can of Black Rifle out of there and didn't really do anything. Let's check the other side. I don't see any marks on the other side either. Looks clean, man. Excavator bucket has officially survived all the handguns. It's time to move up to the rifles. All right, next up we got our AR, and it's kind of like military style. Our friends at Guns Plus hand painted it for me. Pretty cool. Shooting a round of 223 out of it. And before we shoot it, our Fred tees sold out pretty much immediately when we released them. So we restocked them one more time. We're probably not gonna make them again. So if you guys want this Fred tee, you can use code FRED at checkout. Anybody can use that code. You can only use it once though. But if you use code FRED at checkout at yee.com, link in description, you can grab this shirt and we'll send it to you right here from the Yee farm in Georgetown, Texas. All right, here we go. We got our M4 style AR-15 here. See if it gets us any penetration in our bucket. All right, firing. All right, we officially got some penetration here. We got a nice big crater in the front of our bucket here, but it did not come out the back. And Fred is holding up great. He's completely fine back here. Moving up to the 450 Bushmaster. Haven't shot this thing in a while. Do you think it's gonna go through?
I'm gonna say no.
No?
No. What do you think?
I don't think it's gonna go through. All right, here we go. 450 Bushmaster. All right, everybody, range is hot. About to fire the 450. Ears and eyes on.
It's literally just you and me down here.
There's probably people around. Just keep the camera on me. Make it look like there's a lot of people around here. Make it look like there's a big crowd. Just edit them in. All right, here we go. 450 Bushmaster against our excavator bucket. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Firing. Stopped it.
How do you know?
I got a scope. Magnifies my vision. All right, here's where our 450 Bushmaster hit. That is the biggest crater so far, and it looks like got a piece of a bullet right down here. Look at that. That was pretty close, man. Let's see what the other side looks like. Ooh, we got our first bulge. So I'm not sure how close that was, but it came close enough to bulge the back. Enough for Fred. Yeah, I can feel the sweat on his back. He's starting to get nervous after that one. That was coming straight for his jugular. So the bucket barely stops the 450 Bushmaster. Let's move up to the Scar, see if we can stop that. All right, man, we got the Scar ready to fire at our bucket here. The Scar has done better than the 450 Bushmaster in the past. The Scar has gone through sewer lids, and it went through the little sewer lid, the manhole cover. It goes through a lot of stuff, man. So we're shooting a 308. It's gonna be close. I think it's gonna go through though. All right, this is the last gun that we fired before the 50 cal. Fred, you have 2 more guns to survive, and you survived the video. Good luck, buddy. Range is hot. Range is hot. All right, here we go. This is a Scar against an Excavator bucket. No movement from Fred. All right, here's our entry from the 308. Look at how deep that is, man. That did not look that thick from this side. For scale, I mean, look at what that's doing to my pinky. That's my entire nail. And I got a big pinky. I'm like 6'7", so you do the math. Wow, that's where it bulged on the back. Even bigger bulge than the 450 Bushmaster. This metal is just like flexing and stretching out, but it is stopping it. That was going straight for Fred's chest, and it stopped it. That means it's all up to the 50 cal. Can it do it, or will Fred survive another video? Let's see. All right, it is officially time. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. None of our other guns, none of our other rounds could get the job done. Fred is getting cocky back here. He's untouched, he's completely fine, he's getting bored, and we need to see if we can put a round through this Excavator bucket. So we are moving up to our standard round of 50 cal. We're gonna fire it off in the center of this bucket. We're gonna go down that way like 80 to 100 yards to the other end of our range, fire it off, and we'll see if Fred can survive. Hang on, Fred. Firing. Fred. Wow, so our 50 cal put a round straight through it. We were about 100 yards out, and look at this side. Wow, look at how it just folded out right here along the bottom, and it almost looks like I see a piece of the jacket stuck to the metal here. Push Fred back. Oh, it got him in the neck. Wow, so it went right through here, through the front, and then out the other side, and then ripped up his collar right here. So the 50 cal was the only gun that we had that was able to go through the Excavator bucket here. That is really cool, that carnage on that thing. That's crazy, man. All right, so our standard round of 50 was able to go through this portion of the bucket. If you look right here, where these teeth are in the end of this bucket, they're like extra protected. It's like extra, there's extra metal over here for when those teeth are digging into rock and stuff. So I wanna see if the armor-piercing incendiary round will go through this part that's even thicker. So I'm gonna aim right in here a little bit higher and see what the API round does to this. See if it can make it through. If it does, it may end up taking off Fred's head. We'll see. All right, this is an armor-piercing incendiary round against an Excavator bucket. Hang on, Fred. Fred. All right, let's see. Hit right where I wanted to. This was in the thick part of the metal. Look at that entry. It looks just like clogged in there. I don't even know what that is. Here's our entry. Whoa! It did make it out the other side. I couldn't even see that from the other side. And look at Fred's face. I mean, look how thick this is right here. Look at that. It came out the other side, put a hole through Fred's face, and then that incendiary round just ignited and just put smoke all over his face. And then it came out the other side. He didn't move at all, and so I thought that the bucket stopped it, but the round was just going so fast, it just went right through his head. Yeah, man, that's crazy. So there you have it. Our excavator bucket stopped everything that we had, but both the standard and the armor piercing round of 50 were able to go all the way through. It's a rough day for Fred. He took a couple rounds. He took one to the face. He's got smoke all over his head. He doesn't survive this one. Maybe he'll have better luck in the future videos. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. All right, we are gonna give away Fred's shirt that he was wearing in today's video, along with the 50 cal casing that was fired at him. I'll sign it and we'll send it to somebody random in the comments. So you guys comment below, anything you want. We'll pick somebody at random and then we'll send Fred's shirt and the 50 cal casing to you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. You wanna go swim or something?
Swim.